Hi. Hello. I don't have a script planned today. It's my day off. It's Saturday. I figured let's make some sort of video, get something out there, and just try to make some content for everyone on the channel. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. Honestly, work lately, let's just talk about work. Work has been slow. This month has been okay, but compared to last month and compared this entire year to last year overall, it's slow. I just checked my gross pay year to date, and I've been paid, or I've made in gross terms, $39,700, so roughly $40,000. If you do the math, you take the figure, you divide it by 8, then you multiply by 12. I'm on track to make maybe $59,000, $60,000 this year. It sucks. I didn't go to college to make this amount. Last year was great. Last year was fantastic until November. Last year I made probably over 100,000. I'm guessing with commissions and bonuses and the amount that I was forced to put into stocks, I made about like $110,000, I'm guessing. But then my tax return and my W-2 said you made like 90,000. I honestly don't get the pay structure sometimes. The amount that's gross paid and then the amount that comes on the W-2. Maybe it's because of 401k contribution. Maybe it's because of RSU. Basically, last year was great. This year, not so much. People ask, David, how do I get into appraisal? David, is appraisal a good career to get into? Should I get into residential or commercial? Is appraisal a good career long term? Should I quit my job and join appraisal? I don't know what to tell you. Do I tell you no, don't join, don't do this? It's stressful, especially during recessions. I don't know what to tell you. My boss told me that when he was in college, basically he had a day where he spoke with different people, different groups, different occupations in the real estate industry. And his main question was, how do these careers perform during a recession or a down market? Most of them were feast or famine, or they wouldn't have enough, or their income would be severely impacted by a recession. And when he asked an appraiser said he has work year round, which led me to believe during a recession, or at least 365 days of the year, every year, no matter what market you're in, either in a boom market or recession, appraisal should be doing okay. Now, am I complaining my income is not enough? Am I complaining that this is a terrible career or the pay is garbage or whatever? No, I'm not. I'm just a little stressed because this is probably my first experience in a recession where I'm working, right? The 2008 recession. How old was I? I don't know. Alexa.
2023 minus 2008 is 15.
15. Okay. I just turned 30. I was 15 years old. I wasn't old enough to be in a job market. I was still in high school. That recession, I've seen the impact it had on my family, but I didn't see the impact it had on me working. This job is one of the first jobs that I've had that has been severely impacted by a recession. And I keep saying the word recession. Are we in a recession? I don't know. I am not an economist, but we are definitely experiencing a downturn in the market. We're definitely experiencing a slowdown. The rate hikes aren't helping. The competitive bids aren't helping. The compression in bid fees aren't helping. There are still assignments that are happening. There's still refinances. There are still constructions. There are still proposed developments. There are still properties that are selling on the market, but it's not like last year. Last year, we would have multiple comparables to build in our system to value a property. So if we're appraising a property, we say, hey, there are 6 similar properties that have sold in the past 3-4 months or 6 months that we can use as comparables, or there's sufficient data to support the value. Now we have to really look and add additional analysis because there's not enough sales. There are still sales, but it's so infrequent and it's so hard to get. This whole year has been just up and down, up and down. It's been stressful. And I've talked about income. Income's taken a hit. The amount of work that comes in has been taking a hit. I used to be busy, very busy. Now I'm still working, but it's just like, what's next? Right? I get an assignment finished and I'm just waiting for the next one. Let's just talk about the fee compression. Fee compression, what does that mean? What does that even mean, fee compression? Basically, there is an assignment and you bid your fee. And compression means it's compressing. It is getting smaller, or there is some force that is forcing the fee to be smaller. And what is that force? It's this current environment right now. Before we would bid before we were so busy to the point where we would tell the clients, hey, here's our fee. It's a little bit high. Yes, but we're slammed. And to put you in the queue and work with you and to make time for you, it's like a buyer and seller market where if there is more buyers than sellers, then, the seller has the advantageous, position to list their house for a little bit higher because there's a supply of people that were wanting to buy. And it was like that in the appraisal world where there were a lot of appraisals needed. There's a very few amount of appraisers that were qualified or that could handle those type of appraisal reports or have the designation, the license, the education for that. You get it. There were very few appraisers that can do those jobs. And so supply and demand. Appraisers were able to bid higher, or they were able to list a fee that was higher than usual. And that's probably why my salary last year was so great, is because I worked in a great group that was able to bid very competitively, advantageous for the team, advantageous for the office. I was able to get a fraction of that, resulted in me having a very nice annual pay for 2022. Now fees are just not as good as what they used to be last year. Fees, like last year, we would have fees that we would say $7,000, $6,000, $4,000, maybe at the lowest, but we were bidding nice. There were some times when we would tell the clients, we're so busy, it's gonna be a double-digit fee. Like, we can do this for $13,000, $10,000, $12,000, but I'm not saying we're doing that to rip off the client. There were definitely more assignments that were more complicated because it was a great market. People were doing riskier builds, or they were building further out, or they were thinking about doing a larger subdivision, a larger multifamily. The builders were money was flowing. It was easy to get capital. At that time, rates were low, people were borrowing. And so the amount of players, the amount of developers, the amount of people that need to refinance, people were buying and selling, the market was just juiced up. It was a well-oiled machine. I don't know if it'd be a well-oiled machine because there was stimulus, there was low rates. Was it artificial growth? I don't know. I'm not an economist, but all I can say is from a trainee point of view, last year was great. Until November, until the rate started to rise, until we were dealing with a bunch of just people were not penciling in deals. That's what a broker said from a large firm, that deals were not getting penciled in. Why am I telling you all this? Why am I complaining about this career? Am I really complaining? I wouldn't say I'm complaining. Maybe if you think I'm complaining, then I guess it is what it is. Maybe I am complaining. I don't know. But this career is definitely not a stable career. And I knew that somewhat going in, that it wasn't going to be super stable. I knew because it had the word commission in it. If I wanted something stable, then I should have stayed in a banking job and just stay there for 10, 15 years and go up the corporate ladder. No, that's not what I want to do. I wanted to go into a career where my pay was dependent on the amount of work I put in. And if I was working harder than my coworker that was next to me, then my pay should reflect that. And I did not have that type of occupation prior to joining this. I was working customer service. If you were in customer service and someone was in your office and they were working there 5 years before you did, you bet they were making more than you because they were getting that 2 to 3% annual increase. They've been doing it longer than you, but they also might not work as hard as you, and they're making more than you. Why? Because they've been there longer. And so I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be in a career like that. So I tried to become a commercial agent or into real estate agent. And I'm not a salesperson. Honestly, I am not a good salesperson. I'm also not very good at talking to people. I will stutter if I don't know what to say, or if I'm nervous, or if I feel like I am not competent enough to explain the material, or if I don't feel like I'm qualified. Basically, sales, terrible at it. I've done it before in a customer service job. Did I like it? No. Did I do okay? Yeah. But that's a different story. Why am I telling you all this? Is because people are asking me, how is the appraisal career field? Should I get into it? And this is the state that I'm currently in. Do you want to be like me right now? I'm not saying you're going to be like me. I'm just saying that be prepared. That You're going to have to experience these types of emotions eventually in this career field, where you have to deal with the complications of getting your license, the complication and the just experiencing how the pay structure works, because it's not salary, it's a fee split. And the whole idea of fee split, it's not bad, but it's definitely new to me of what fee split means. And that's a different topic for another day. But do I recommend anyone going into this appraisal career field? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I joined this career field thinking that I would be able to support my family. I would get a career that would require a college degree, and I would be in a position where I would be financially independent, and I would have a nice retirement fund, and I could be proud of a job that I'm currently working for. Am I financially independent right now? No, I'm not. I'm not in a huge amount of debt, but I just don't feel like I'm at an income where I could feel like I'm doing great. I mean, I was not promised, but I was led to believe. I don't even want to say led to believe, but I was under the impression. Let's put the blame on me. I was under the impression that this career field, I could be making six figures. And I did. I did make six figures. So it's not the career's fault. Is it the economy's fault? Maybe. I don't know. So, but this career right now in this market is very difficult to get into. Not many companies are hiring trainees because it's slow right now. And if they can't put enough food on the table to feed themselves, they're not gonna hire another trainee. If the market is doing great, if the money's great, jobs are coming in, appraisers need extra help, then they're gonna hire a trainee. But right now, no, it is very hard. I had someone reach out to me from India, and they told me that they were going to join a firm. They went through the whole interview process, and eventually the company turned them down and said, hi, we're sorry, we're going through a restructuring process, or we're looking at things, and right now we don't have the capacity to take you on. But if things change, we'll definitely let you know. That's what's happening in this market, is that people are being let go. Right now, my company is going through a lot of budget and restructuring. Do we need this subscription? No? Cut it. Do you all need this subscription? No? Cut it. Do you need this space, or do you need this area, this office space? Let's cut it. I don't want to blame it on the economy. I don't want to blame it on the company. I don't want to blame it on the income, or it's a little bit of everything. But another thing too is I still haven't gotten my license yet. I submitted my application in November of 2022 to the state. I gave them my application. I gave them my log of hours. I gave them a list of all the classes I've taken, and I'm still in the audit process. In the state of Oregon, I submitted my application nearly 1 year ago, and I still don't have my license. I haven't even taken the dang test yet. And I should make another video just explaining the nightmare that I'm going through just with the state to get my license. I had a guy from Jersey call me. Was it New Jersey? Somewhere in the East Coast. And he told me he basically gave his log, his application to the state, and they're like, here you go. Go ahead and take the test. Here's your ticket. Take the test and let us know how you do. Why don't I have that same type of luxury to just take my test? No, I have to submit a log, and I have to wait for someone from the state to review my log. And then I had to wait months after months. They told me I was like 20th something in the queue to even look at my application, and because they were short staffed. And it's just things like that where income's not doing great, economy's not doing great, your income gets cut, things are getting cut. You are stuck in a position where you want to get your license, and the state is they're not goofing around. They're just doing with the resources with what they have. I can't blame them, but that's the truth that I'm in right now, is that I don't have my license. Am I even qualified to speak about all this? Am I even qualified to even talk about the appraisal market or the real estate market, or I don't know. All I am qualified is to talk about my experience as a trainee in the real estate industry. That's all I can say. Will things be better? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows at this point? I'm just venting out just the struggles of being a trainee in the real estate market, and just provide the other side of the coin to let viewers like do you really want to join this industry? If the market gets better, this would be a great career. You could work from home. You can see the potential development in your market. You can get familiar with residential property. You can see how commercial properties grow, real estate properties grow, residential. You would have literally an insider look. You work with different groups. You work with lenders, developers, builders. You work with homeowners. You work with commercial property owners. The appraisal industry is great. On the positive side too is that, it's great career for people that are not the best socialists like I am, where I can reach out to someone from a distance, send them an email or give them a phone call and let them know that, hey, I'm just here to collect information. I'm just here to do my due diligence. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm not trying to buy anything. I just need to verify what happened for this sale, this comp, this subject, or it's a very honest position and I'm just giving an opinion of a value. I'm just doing my best to provide an opinion of what I think of a property. There's nothing scandalous about this. It's a great honorable career, and the fact that this career is so hard to get into, and the fact that the demographic or the age in this industry is that it's mostly an older group of people. They are either retiring or they just need to replace. It's a workforce that needs to be replaced. So the prospects of this career looks great. MAIs or certified generals, even residential appraisers with the sufficient work volume, with the right market, with the right company, you could be making hundreds, $200, $300 even, $1,000 a year. I'm not there. I was making roughly $100,000 a year as a trainee. So I thought, once I get my license, it can only go up. That's what I thought. But I don't have my license. Market's not going up for sure. It's not fun right now. It's definitely not fun. I hope you enjoyed this unscripted, unplanned video of a trainee just venting about his frustrations in the current real estate market. And I hope it didn't put you off and hate this career. I don't hate this career. Let me just get that straight. I don't hate this career. This career has provided me a great amount of experience, a great amount of knowledge, and a lot more financial freedom that I had before, just not the financial freedom that I want to get. And it's definitely frustrating that the economy is currently the way it is and that fees are being compressed. And it's definitely frustrating that the state has not finished my audit and I still don't have my license. I still can't take the exam. Definitely, yes, all that's frustrating. Hopefully with time, things will get better like all things do. No recession lasts forever. No boom in the market lasts forever. So right now, I just need to weather through this storm. And eventually the state will work on my license and give me the ability to test once I pass the audit. And hopefully fees will return to a better level. And then hopefully interest rates won't go so crazy and it won't have such a nasty effect on the market. And people are still willing to build, sell, buy properties. Hopefully that happens soon. We'll get there someday. But right now, if you're really considering the appraisal career field, all I can say is just be very careful. Do your research. Is this really an industry that you want to get into? Are you willing to put in the sacrifices to get into this career field? Because the sacrifices, you might have to join an industry where there are periods where money isn't great. It's a commission-based job. Sometimes you could look into joining, how do you say that word? Municipality, government-based jobs and work a salary. That's one option too. That's stable. But stable doesn't mean luxurious. Stable doesn't mean you're making bank. So if you look into a commission-based appraisal-related job, then be prepared to go through down markets like this. And if you're looking to be a trainee, you have to be willing to look into a supervisor that's willing to take on a trainee during a down market. And right now, there's not a lot of those. And so, do I recommend becoming a trainee? I don't know. Because in the future, I'm hoping that I put all my eggs in the right basket and that pursuing this career field is the right thing for myself, my family, my financial future, my career. Hopefully, but I can't say it'll be the same for you. And I can't say this is the right career choice for you. I can't say this is the right career choice for anyone. So I would recommend you do your research, figure out if there's something you really want to do, figure out if appraisal, the real estate industry in your market is doing great, either in commercial or residential, or maybe you could look into other niche appraisals like eminent domain or right-of-way work. There are definitely other niches of appraisal that are doing well because they're very niche and they require a lot of different experience. So my experience is not the same for every single trainee. So I can't say that it's all doom and gloom, but do your research, really consider if it's the right career field for you, and are you willing to make the sacrifices for it? Because it's going to require additional education from you. It's going to require additional time, research, and the amount you have to log into assignments. There's a lot. And I made this comment in my previous videos that there's a lot of things you have to kind of get into before you really become an appraiser. It's not an easy path. Is it the hardest path? No. No. If I wanted a more difficult career, I would look into being a doctor. I suck at memorizing anatomy and physiology. I tried, I did in high school, hate it, never again. Don't make me build clay of a muscle and then put it on a plastic skeleton. No, I don't want to do that. That was fun, but man, I failed a test and that hit my self-esteem. I'm going on a tangent. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this rant, this unplanned video. This is just me trying to be a little bit more genuine about my thoughts and trying to just really just give you an uncut version, an inside look of the appraisal industry, because I don't know where you're going to find this information anywhere else. There's not a lot. So you got me. I'll do what I can to help you guys out. I'll do what I can to share what I know. I don't know how to end this video. I will say I am going on a trip to Hawaii next week. So I'm going to have some time to relax, unwind. Hopefully all the pessimism and the negativity and this nasty version of myself will kind of just, cool off and be a little better. But sorry everyone if this was not the video you were expecting for me to upload next. I try to do this on my free time and I want to do this more often and I want to produce and make videos more often, but it's just me editing, and I really should just stop talking, just shut up. All right everyone, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and whoever is in a similar position like I am, dealing with the struggle of lack of work or the hit to their income or just trying to get their license or struggling to find a trainer, good luck. I'm sorry you're going through all this. Hopefully it gets better. I wish everything works out for you, and if there's anything I can do to help, if there's any insight I can provide, it's try your best. If there's anything I can do to help, then I will help. So bye everyone, have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. All right, I will see you all in the next one. Bye.